You're good. You're good. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Everybody, welcome to episode 5 of Huddle Up. We really appreciate you guys. We appreciate everything you guys are doing. We also want to say happy Thanksgiving. Hope everything went great. Hope you guys got full of turkey, all that good stuff. Spent time with the fam. Um, so today we're pretty much going to be talking about. We mainly got like what everybody's talking about right now is end of the fantasy year, going into championships, going into playoffs. Kind of we're gonna kind of touch up on who to start, who to drop, who to be looking out for. We got some waiver wire stuff. We got NFL playoffs. Those schedules are looking clear as day now, except for the NFCs. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to do. Um, with that being said, Jake, you want to throw anything in there before we get going?
Um, really the only thing to touch on outside of football is Lakers beating the Mavericks with Anthony Davis' first game back playing against his old team in LA, and Lakers kind of handed them a pretty good loss. Austin Reeves playing like Austin Reeves, the man again. Luca is the man. LeBron is in year 23. Um, Doing a good job of facilitating. Not trying
Absolutely.
to do too much. I think he's playing very smart basketball when it comes to not trying to do too much. I think he's kind of figured out his role
Yeah.
with this team, and he's not trying to be the number one guy, which is smart. Which I think is kind of what has held the Lakers back the last few years, is him
Yeah.
trying to do too much as a 40-year-old, basketball player.
Well,
It's
Austin
tough.
Reeves hasn't
He was
been
a freak.
consistent.
No, that's too. And then I think with the addition of Luca,
Yeah.
is you're able to pass the torch and let Luca be the future, which is what I think they should have done with Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
Um, but then as the years kind of grew on with Anthony Davis, he's injury prone left and right.
Yeah, dude, you're made of
So,
glass.
um, but I figured that was the only other big outside of college football and NFL, the big, kind of big news, not really big news. I'm just a Laker fan. And I think really at this early on, we've talked about this before,
Yeah.
early on in the basketball season, really not a whole lot going on yet, unless there's really big injuries and stuff like that. But I think that's really the biggest thing was just the Lakers taking down Anthony Davis and the Mavs.
Exactly. No, that's some good stuff right there. I like I like hearing a little redemption story.
Yeah,
Somebody tries to move on and then you got old LeBron knocking you
yeah,
back down a peg or two.
yeah.
But hey, we're gonna go ahead and slap in this intro real quick and then we're gonna get
Let's
started on
go.
what you guys want.
Let's go.
All right.
Okay,
Here we go. Let's get
get it.
into it. Jake. Packers versus Lions. Absolutely. Go pack
The
go, baby.
G-Man, baby. The
Go
G-Man,
pack
baby.
go.
Let's go.
How you
Yeah.
feeling after that? How you think they looked?
Man, okay. First and foremost, this was by far the best offensively called game by Matt LaFleur in a very long time. He was aggressive, he was consistent, he let Jordan Love do his thing.
Yep.
With a not so healthy Josh Jacobs and the identity of this offense being solely run based. Um, the Lions, I think, were adjusted to the run, especially after last week's game where it was all Emmanuel Wilson with Josh Jacobs being out. I think that's kind of what their focus was on, was stopping the run, and he let Toyota Thon Love come out,
Yep.
and it showed. Like obviously he didn't throw for a bazillion yards, but 4 touchdowns. Um, I mean you can't beat that, and I think the biggest thing is the Packers defense came up with stops when it needed to really happen.
Yes.
Um, but I mean, what was the stat line? I think they were like 4 for 4 for fourth down. The Packers were like three for
Yeah.
three or 2 for 2 or
Yeah.
something
Every
like
time
that.
I texted you saying just take the
Yeah.
points, they made me eat my words because then they
Uh,
clutched up.
I mean, it was a nail biter for me because like as a fan and as football guys, I know the analytics in a lot of these situations they say go for it. Um, but when it comes to teams like the teams that can score at will,
Yeah.
you want to take points. Um, but I like the gutsy call, man. I think that was I don't want to say a game like that saved Matt LaFleur's coaching job because I think he's safe because he's a fantastic head coach. But I think it saved him as a play caller. And I, I hope I hope and pray as a Packer fan, he continues to call games like that. Aggressive,
Absolutely.
let your quarterback do his thing, man. He can throw the ball. You've got weapons at receiver. It was nice that we were making catches, very consistent at making catches. So moving forward, I'm excited. Um, Big week this week, you know, against the
Absolutely.
Bears. So
And that's a. Give me one sec.
you're good. What?
Sorry about that.
No worries.
Too easy. Yeah. Love to do this, but we gotta be fathers first.
That's right.
Little shitheads. Um. So yeah, going off of the Packers, I don't know if you said anything when I was gone,
Nope.
but going off of the Packers, uh, it's a phenomenal week for anybody affiliated with Green Bay. You beat the Lions. You beat them 2-0 on the year.
Yeah.
Division's rolling heavy. And we'll talk about the Bears, and I'll tell you my doubts
Lay
about
down,
them
big guy.
later
Lay
on.
down.
Um, but no, dude, with the Packers, you have such momentum. You have, And LaFleur, his play calling job may have been in cahoots with something if this year kind of would have ended on a tank. But coaching wise, this man
No,
has
he's
done
a fan.
nothing.
Yeah,
He is
yeah.
the today. Well, other than Mike Tomlin, no other coach is doing what he's doing. You
I
know
mean, you've had the youngest team in the NFL for the last like 3 years, making it to the playoffs every year,
exactly,
almost making a playoff run that very first year with the youngest team,
exactly, dude.
beating the Cowboys, and then
And then
last
that
year,
was the year
obviously,
that the
first round
Cowboys were
exit.
hot. The
And
Cowboys,
they were
that was
12.
the year
Yeah,
they
they were
were
12 and
hot.
5. They
Yep.
were hot. They were
This is
probably
our
Super Bowl
year.
favorites. They were probably Super Bowl favorites going in.
Heck
Yeah,
yeah. But no, so with the Packers, like I love what they were doing. He wasn't slinging it a lot, but at the same time, they really evened it out. This was a week
yeah,
they evened that ball out,
yeah,
and defense just came up clutch. Now
yeah.
I will say this: this is kind of doing
Touchdown.
exactly what I've been saying
Yeah,
with the Lions. I don't think they're not that team that looks like the Madden team. That's not them
yeah,
anymore. People are
yeah,
figuring them out. The
yeah,
Packers figure them out. They smoked
yeah.
them the first time, and I'm sorry, but they smoked them this time. You
Yeah,
know,
the score might have been close, but the game
the
itself
game was
really
not.
wasn't.
When you look
Yeah,
at the yards and the stops, and then the fourth
yeah,
down, the 4 for 4 on fourth down with the Packers,
yeah,
you don't have a chance if you can't stop
yeah,
somebody on fourth down. You have four tries
yeah,
and you can't do it. My thing is with the Lions, they are still a powerhouse. They 100% are, but they are
yes,
not to the extent to where they were like when Dan Camp, like 2 years ago, Lions.
yeah,
When they played San Francisco in the championship. I think that was last year, or
yeah.
no, 2 years ago.
2 years ago,
Two
yeah,
years ago.
2 years ago,
They're not that team to make it there anymore. And
yeah,
with teams, once again, I'm not trying to touch too much on the Bears and the Eagles, but we'll get to them. But it's just like these teams are getting figured out, and they're getting
yeah,
figured out, and then it's making the Packers look. The one thing I don't like hearing a lot of analytic people, like all these analysts talk about, is like, oh, the Packers, they're front runners, they're front runners, they're front runners.
yeah,
No, they just held a team that they know very well, but they held a team that they are 100% front runners for the NFC conference, for the NFC. But they're like all they did was just exploit the Lions' weaknesses.
yeah,
That shouldn't be, oh, they're the greatest of all time now. That should just be
yeah,
okay, cool. This week they had their number.
yep,
Because at the end of the day, we remember how it was with the Browns. We remember how it was
yep,
with the other games that the Packers struggled in. But at the same time, it's like the Packers know when to win. Like when they have, like when they're supposed to win, it's a toss up. When they have to win,
yeah,
like when it's a must win against a
yeah.
good team, they bring their freaking A game and
I
they,
mean, we talked about it. We talked about it off podcast
yeah,
weeks ago. They 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 beat the tough teams,
yes,
and then you don't know what Green Bay is going to show up against these shitty teams because they get.
exactly.
And I think I forgot who it was, but there was one of the commentators or somebody on ESPN. They were talking about this game, and the Packers get complacent when it comes to bad teams.
100%.
They kind of it's almost like they write it off, and then they get punched in the mouth and lose to a Cleveland Browns.
Yep.
They almost lose to a New York Giants. They lose to these bad teams, but then they'll go in and they'll shit stomp on the Detroit Lions twice.
Exactly.
They'll
Exactly,
beat
dude.
really tough teams. So um, this is the time where, and I'm not just saying as a Green Bay Packers, but teams
Yeah,
have to get consistent this time of
100%.
year. It,
And
it's
see,
time.
that's where,
It's especially with the tough schedule, especially with these teams that have tough schedules.
yeah,
Like the whole NFC North has really tough schedules. The
100%.
the end of the season because there's going to be one, possibly two NFC North teams that could miss the playoffs. One
Yeah.
team is obviously going to make it because they're going to win the division, but then there could be two other teams that miss the playoffs because of how hard the division is. Like the Bears could miss the playoffs if they don't win a few of these games, and which
And
it's
they've got
very
a,
doable,
they've got a tough schedule, dude. I could
just
see
like
them
the
losing
Packers. The
all five or
Packers, the
six.
Packers have a very tough schedule. We
100%.
got the Vikings one more time. We've got the Bears twice. We've got the Ravens. Like it's not a
But here's
walkthrough.
my thing with the Packers, though. This is why I'm like we just talked about. they win those games. The games that go
Yes.
in hard
Yeah, they
headed, they
tough.
win
Yeah.
those games.
Yeah.
Bears, well, once again, we'll talk about them later.
Yeah.
I don't see that. I don't see them
I
being
don't
able.
either.
I don't see them getting the opportunity to have the ball last for that couple seconds. I don't see any more Hail Marys down to beat Cincinnati again. I don't see any of that happening this time of the year.
Yeah.
It's coming
It's a
up.
little.
And here's the thing:
Yeah.
these guys have not been in the playoff race, run, or nothing. Caleb Williams
Yeah.
is fresh out the box with this. They don't really have a lot of people other than like DeAndre Swift maybe having a little luck with the
Yeah.
end of his Lions tenure, but
Yeah.
even then they're not a rounded team when it comes to playoff time. So this could be the time
Right.
that they either choke it up or they step it up. But I
Right.
don't see them. I don't see them winning out. But that just makes it even harder for you guys because I could see them splitting the series. One at Green Bay, one in Chicago. But I
Yeah.
also see
100%.
I also see the Packers beating the
But I
crap
can.
out of them both. I
I
see
could.
them
I do
beating
as
the crap
well.
out of them.
I
And
do as well.
and the Bears,
Especially if they can't get healthy.
yeah,
Especially
dude,
because
they're
they've got a
hurting.
lot, especially on defense. Offensively, they're the same team. Like they're very good offensively. They've got weapons. They can run the crap out of the ball. Caleb Williams doesn't turn the ball over. He's not taking sacks. He's playing smart football. But their defense, their defense has done a great job of kind of like what Detroit was the last couple years.
Yeah,
They've got the next man up mentality, and those next guys up are playing tough football. They're playing like they're the starters. They're playing like they should be there, which is why they're 9-3 now. They're doing enough to win, which all that matters in the long run. But I don't like we were just saying. I don't foresee them sustaining it.
nah.
Um,
Here, let's go ahead and jump
but you never know.
down. I'm done
Jump
with the
down.
Lions
Let's go.
Packers.
Yep. Let's go.
Packers did their thing. Packers are looking phenomenal. J Love is out there
Yep.
being consistent, controlled. That's all you got to do. He's looking like playoff, possibly division round starting out.
Yeah.
He's looking like divisional round J Love. But let's jump into the Bears and the Eagles because I cannot stop
Okay.
trying
Yeah.
to talk about the Bears.
Yeah.
Like I understand they beat the
Eagles look like
Eagles.
ass.
I
Eagles look
understand
like
they
ass.
beat the Eagles. I get it 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
It's a
watching
good
all this.
win.
It was a good win. It was.
Good
But
win.
at the
It's a
end
good
of the
win.
day, you have to realize that is not a big hitting team. The Eagles do this thing where
No.
they get pretty much captain momentum. They get him on their side, and then they just do it all game. All game.
Yeah.
It's the third downs. It's the 4th and 2s that they somehow get with the tush push. It's the 4th
Yeah.
and 1s that they do. It's the defense not getting off the field, and then either like, okay, cool, they came away with 3 points. Good job on us,
Yeah.
defense. But it also
Yeah.
took 8 minutes, 10 minutes off the clock out of the quarter.
Yeah.
So my thing is, good one on the Bears. This does not show by any means that they're a heavyweight.
No.
I'm still
Not
looking
yet.
at Caleb Williams. I'm still looking at all these guys because the main thing is when you get ahead of teams like the Packers like that. Let's say they get ahead of them
Yeah.
by 10 points. When you're ahead of the Packers by 10 points, Matt LaFleur is looking at the all goes, 5 out. He's looking at the trips left, sometimes 4 on the right.
Yeah.
All these crazy formations. They're going to take shots. That defense
Yeah.
cannot hold the shots. They cannot hold
Yeah.
anything, and that's why it was a blowout with Cincinnati, or it was a shot for shot because the defense could not hold
Yeah.
the long balls. And
Yeah.
at the end of the day, once again, good win. The Bears. I'm not saying they're frauds by no means. You're 8-3
Yeah.
in a very tough division. You're winning the division.
Yeah.
You're doing good stuff. But I do not see them holding this up. And if they do make it to the playoffs, I could see it a first round exit. I'm not convinced with the Bears. Caleb Williams doing his thing. He's doing a very good job of control. He's not turned the ball over, and if he does not do it again.
Yep.
But
Yep.
yeah, man, I'm not seeing that
Yeah.
with the Bears. The Eagles are on the downfall. They do not have any offensive rhythm to do anything. They couldn't even score against a Pee Wee team right now. Like it is
Yeah.
phenomenal
They're bad.
how I just don't know. It's one of those things where it's like you look at it, you look at it and you see it on paper and you're like, how the hell is this team 8-4? offensively
Yeah.
and defensively. They have a stacked team. And then you go out there and every week it looks like it's just stage fright, stage fright,
Yeah.
stage fright.
Yeah.
And you got Jalen Hurts, who is, I have him for fantasy. He is arguably one of the most inconsistent quarterbacks on every level. Sometimes he can't run, sometimes he can't throw, sometimes it's both. And when you take away Saquon like they did,
Yeah.
there's nothing. They can't rely on the pass game.
Yeah.
Um, and then on the flip side of that, the Eagles defense cannot hold a run. They cannot.
No.
The middle of the field, the slots, the in routes, the
When you get
drags.
when
Holy
you give
crap, man!
up, I mean, when you give up over 100 yards to two different running backs in the same game,
Dude, yeah,
you're
just
not going to win. You're not going to
no.
win. You're
And
not
then
going to beat anybody. I don't care who it is.
you see them go out there, and I'm not gonna lie, dude. It's just like a jaw dropping moment seeing
Yeah.
them suck so bad, and
Yeah.
that's why I'm kind of like, there should have been many other games that the Eagles lost this year, but it's just like the Bears. They did pull it out. Good job on them. They won those games, but at the end of the day, I can see the Eagles being a first round done. Also,
And that's what
unless
makes me mad.
unless
That's what makes
unless
me mad as
you
a Packer fan losing to Philly.
unless you yeah, straight up, dude. Unless you straight up unless Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, Dallas Goddard, unless they all are rolling first quarter, hot, fresh off catches, Saquon's doing his thing, and you can kill time, or not even kill time. If I'm the Eagles, I'm like, look, we got the playmakers. AJ Brown is the biggest dude on the field every game. Just
I mean,
we
he
saw
had a
the we saw
game.
the catches. We saw no
Yeah,
100%, but
he had a
it's the
game, but that was
inconsistency
it.
of
I mean, he
Jalen
was,
Hurts
yeah.
not being able to complete a pass to anyone else.
But I
You
think it's
know,
also the play calling. I think they,
I don't
I
know
don't,
what the
I
hell the
don't.
offensive coordinator is doing, dude, but he
Well, it's
cannot.
Sirianni. It's Sirianni. Sirianni doesn't know how to call the game anymore.
Dude,
Uh, th-
yeah,
He does like the problem is that he the NFL has figured them out. The
yeah.
NFL has figured out, but why? What I don't understand is like you Saquon Barkley is arguably one of the best running backs we've ever seen grace a football field. The things that he
100%.
can do is phenomenal. Why aren't you getting him the ball in space more? Like
I mean,
screens,
dude,
dump the ball off to him, let him do his thing, kind of like what the 49ers do with Christian McCaffrey.
yeah.
Is the dude is a freak of nature. Get him the ball in any way, shape, and form that you can. I don't understand. Like they kind of gone away. And the same thing, Matt LaFleur does the same thing. It's like, dude, you have Josh Jacobs. Just get him the
Well,
ball,
even when they go to
get
do
it
the
in his
screens for
hands.
the Eagles, they put in Will Shipley, and Will Shipley's
Well,
he's a
right.
decent receiving back, but dude, he's
Yeah.
not Saquon. He
Yeah.
doesn't draw the attention of Saquon. So,
Yeah.
oh well, Will Shipley's it, because
Shipley's just fast.
I
He's
saw
just
this today,
fast.
dude.
That's it.
I saw this shit today, and it irked me so bad. I think it was on one of the dudes they had on First Take. They were talking about Shipley, like Saquon to Shipley, like receiving back comparisons. And oh, well, when Shipley's in, he catches it all this time or all this time. Yeah, because he doesn't draw any attention the way Saquon
Yeah.
does. Saquon
Yeah.
moves on the field, there's a spy. Jalen
Yeah.
Hurts rolls out, looks back, there's a spy. They're
Yeah.
always in some type of cover, because when you're playing the Eagles, you don't ever want to be in man. You can't
Yeah.
match up on AJ Brown, and you can't match the speed of Devontae Smith or Saquon. Dallas Goddard's an
Hmm.
animal in the middle. The
Yep.
problem is with Sirianni, you don't have to run the ball every first and second down, dude. Take a
Yeah.
screen, or if you run the ball, base it off the run, just like we do on NCAA. I know it's completely different. One's a game, one's real life. We run the ball. We get 6 yards. What do we do next play? We run the fucking ball again. Oh,
Yeah.
jeez. One sec. My wire shot out. Say something?
Yo.
There we go. All right. No, yeah. So it's like, I know it's completely different. You got a game and you got real life. But
Yeah.
when you get 6 yards on a run it again and then take a
Yeah.
shot. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. We got 1 yard this play. I am looking at four wide. I'm looking at trips right, trips left. I'm looking at something to either get us halfway there or I'm taking a shot. But
I mean, the Eagles could
there's
run
no
the
in
ball
between.
four downs. The Eagles
No,
have the type of offense can run the ball four downs and get a first down at damn near every play, every time.
last year,
So
100% because they were consistent with it, hands down.
yeah,
This year, I guarantee you,
yeah, they're
they
so
don't. They
inconsistent.
don't do it, and they're getting stopped
Yeah,
on the tush push now. They're fumbling. Like they just look like a trash version of last year's Eagles. It's the
yeah,
same game, same everything. All that happened is the defenses aren't stupid anymore. And it's not that they were stupid before, but they didn't know how Saquon was going to attack them. They didn't know how, what was the man coverage for this and that. And that's why you're seeing such an athletically stacked linebacker core this year. Is you can't have no more, Ray Lewis is in there who aren't really coverage. He covered, but his main purpose is go kill that running back. His main purpose is fill that hole because
yeah,
the dude was so big, he filled two holes at once, my guy. Okay, so it's
yeah,
like you can't like we're seeing the evolution of the game where it's like these tight ends are now receiving backs, but the defense, these linebackers are probably the most agility, like agile based people
yeah,
on that field, and yeah, you're giving up weight, you're giving up tackle ability, but that's where we're seeing them stop teams like the Eagles. And who's another big run team that I was gonna say? I can't remember. That's like also too with the Patriots, huge run game, and it was phenomenal last year was the run game, but this year starting out the first 3 or 4 games with Ramondre, you know he was held in check for a good amount. I mean, I think he had one breakout game that was like over 130 something yards, but other than that, the dude hasn't done anything. So it's like these
yeah.
guys are putting more agile people, more athletic people in there to match with these guys for those screen routes and stuff like that. But nah, man, with the Eagles, I'm not convinced. Bears, I'm not convinced. I mean, there's still a lot of football to play, and
Yeah.
I also looked it up too. Um, Statistically, the Titans are not eliminated from playoff contention because of the Texans, and pretty much because of how the AFC, if there's one thing that we have in the AFC division versus you guys, we have a lot of teams that have more losses or like they're more closer to the 500 mark.
Right.
Meaning,
Yeah. You got a lot of
if
six and
if the
five
Titans
teams,
go
5 and 6
6 and 10,
teams.
I hate to say it, but if the Titans go
Yeah.
6 and 10, which they probably won't, they definitely won't. But
Yeah.
if they do, they have it's like a 39% chance if everybody else kind of does the same thing with their schedule. Yeah, they got it. They got just a shot as everybody else. But
Which is
I didn't
crazy.
include them. Yeah, dude, it's not. Now, granted, this is all statistics, and
Yeah.
you
It's not
can't
going to happen.
statistically rule them out. It is literally a 0.30% chance that they
Yeah.
will get it. I'm not saying by
Yeah.
no means they're going to win the Super Bowl. I'm just saying
Yeah.
we can't rule them out versus the Giants, who are in the Eagles Cowboys division. But on top of that, no one in the NFC is really losing like that.
Yeah.
AFC, they're it's a rough go in the divisional rounds. NFC, you guys don't play someone in your division, you smack the shit out of them. But
Yeah.
then you guys lose to divisional games. So that's where it's like, that's where, the NFC is looking like the powerhouse this year. It's like the Super Bowl 53 with the Patriots and Rams. You had the powerhouse NFC like side, and then you had
Yeah.
like offensively, like it was lights out that year. And then you had the defensive side of the AFC with the Chiefs at the time, fantastic defense, Patriots, hell of a defense. Freaking who else was it? It was the Dolphins at the time. At the time, wild card
Yeah.
game, phenomenal defense. Jags was the Titans, not anymore. Um, but yeah, dude, I'm just not convinced with the Bears and Eagles.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's pretty much that on that. I think the Packers, as long as they do their thing, as long as they just stay focused, stay consistent, and composed, I think they're solid. And I could easily see them. I could see them taking the first game because they're not that far behind. They're only a game, right? The 8-3-1, and then the Rams are 9-2.
Yeah. So you got the Rams at 9-2. You've got the Bears sitting in the 2 spot at 9-3. And then the Packers, yeah,
Yeah,
are 8-3-1 right now.
and then you got the Seahawks right behind the Rams, and it's just like as far as like 8-2 wise.
Yeah.
So it's like they're not that far off, and I'm counting these games off as the Bears. I don't see the Packers losing another divisional game at all. I really don't. And then it's just going to come down to the other games. But those are must-win games against great teams
Yep.
or good teams. They've won those all year. They've won those all last year. They've won those. They
Yeah.
win those games. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm kind of low key writing it off. But anything could happen. Anything could
Yeah.
happen. But you
Beauty
know,
about football.
100%, man. Dude, it's so crazy that it's November. About to be December.
Yep. About to be December.
Dude. Alrighty. Hey, we're going to jump into the Cowboys and Chiefs. Thank God.
Yep.
Thank God, dude.
As much as I
Freaking
hate the Cowboys, thank God.
dude. Well, if I'm a Cowboys fan, I am full fledged. We them boys. This is our year. I'm letting everyone hear it because you beat the Eagles, you beat the Chiefs, and this is the Chiefs' prime time for ref activity. You know what I'm saying? You got
Yep.
all this. You have all
Yeah.
these mysterious plays that turn into penalties for the Chiefs somehow.
Yep.
Cowboys overcame that. They overcame a good couple of those, like some random interference, like pass interferences and stuff like that. Um, I feel like teams are getting. I feel like the refs are actually kind of low key letting them play this year, like when it
Yep.
comes to just the overall refing, not so much for when they play the Chiefs. But no, Cowboys are looking absolutely dangerous if they get in the wild card, because you get in the wild card at that seventh slot, you have nothing to lose. You have
Yep.
nothing to lose, and that's where they're so freaking dangerous. Because as the number one team, if they make it through the wild card as the number one, or even as the number four, or whatever, or number two team, you don't want to lose to the seventh seed,
Yeah.
especially if
Yep.
it's the Cowboys. And then more
Yep.
than likely they'll play either some kind of divisional game, right? With
Yeah.
or no, who's it? Giants, Eagles,
What are you talking
Giants,
about?
Eagles, Cowboys. Oh,
Commanders.
Commanders. Oh, okay, no. So you probably won't even. So they probably. I mean, it'll be hit and miss with the Eagles, but
Yeah.
like you're gonna play. Like that's the one thing I love about the NFC is like everybody hates each other equally.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, cool. The Cowboys play the Vikings. There's still beef there. Packers play Eagles. There's beef. And then you got other games like the Patriots with Cincy is like one of those fun rivals that just happened one time when Marvin Lewis and all those guys
Yeah.
were still head coach.
Yeah.
It just happened, but like you don't really have like you could have other games where it's just civilized, but then like with the
Yeah.
NFC, you always got some chippiness. You always got some extra shit after the whistle, and it's just so fun to watch.
Yeah.
It's the
The
football
NFC
mentality,
is
dude.
the NFC, like, with the exception of probably like a couple teams, it's like one big rivalry.
hundred
It's like
percent.
the SEC
Yo,
in
for
college.
real.
It's like everybody hates everybody,
Yeah, dude.
because like everybody's a powerhouse. Where it's like in the AFC, it's like the Big Ten.
hundred
You
percent.
you have those powerhouses. You have those couple powerhouses, and then that's really it.
Yeah,
And then you got a couple other teams that like will sneak in there here and there, but yeah, it's always funny, man. It's always chippy in the NFC.
dude. I love it. I freaking love it. But no, yeah. With the Cowboys and Chiefs, I mean, Cowboys just absolutely. Once again, the game probably looked closer than what it was.
Yeah,
Um, Mahomes is kind of turning into the king of the dump downs again, like how he was with Tyreek Hill. He's just getting
yeah,
the ball to Rasheed Rice, Xavier Worthy. He's not really doing much with the arm,
yep,
and that's because people are finding out how to beat the Chiefs. And
yep,
once again, like we said last week, I'm looking at whoever plays the Chiefs next. I'm looking at the Cowboys stuff. I'm looking at their defense, and I'm doing exactly what they try to do. I'm doing exactly
yeah,
what they did, maybe with my own little touches. But the Chiefs are getting figured out. They're on the same boat with the Eagles, and I think they play the Broncos next. To be honest, let me go. Let me go give it a chickadee check.
uh, who, the Chiefs?
Yeah,
Can tell you right now.
or no, I think they already played them twice. Maybe
Let's
no, they
see.
play Houston.
Uh,
That's it.
yeah,
Houston,
yeah, Houston
and
next. Yeah, I
Houston
mean,
is on a
so
roll. That defense looks
so
stout.
yeah, I mean,
I
the the best part about Kansas City losing to Dallas is that even though that game was kind of a must-win game, they can't lose now.
No,
Like
absolutely can't.
there is no more losing for
No.
Kansas City now. Like if they lose one more game, they're pretty much shit out of. I mean, they're going to be shit out of luck because I mean you've got
I'll pull that up real
the
quick.
Bills, the Jags, the Chargers, the Steelers, the Colts, Broncos, and Patriots all right now taking up the first seven slots.
Yep.
So it's like
And if you
the
tell me right now that the Houston Texans don't have that game circled next week, you don't know what
yeah,
football is, because
yeah,
this is the Texans' playoff hopes right now. This
yeah.
that game next week, I guarantee you, whoever wins next week between the Texans and the Chiefs, we will see that team. Whoever wins, we'll see that team get in the playoffs. The other team will not make it.
Well, and I mean, Sunday's games are going to be really
Oh yeah,
crucial
you
too.
got Texans and Colts.
Texas and Colts, and with that game, Danny Dimes, fucking Indiana Jones, he's hurt right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. I don't think
So
it's
he's got a broken he's got a fractured fibula.
that's right. I did
So
read something about how he's going to play through it, but I don't know if it
well,
was.
yeah, I mean he's been practicing and he's fucking limping every time he drops. So it's going to be interesting because they have no backup. I
I'm
mean
gonna, I'm gonna
they've
tell
got
you right
Riley
now.
Leonard, a rookie. So it's you're going to
You
get a heavy dose of Jonathan Taylor.
you
Like
got you got to
you're going to
sit
get a
you got to
heavy.
sit Daniel Jones. You got to sit him. You
I
got to
would
give him a week or
I would
two. You're
I
at 8 and
would
3.
yeah
You
I
play
would
enough of the divisional games to where you can bounce back. You got to trust your team though. It's
yeah
okay. Hey,
we have to
we
yeah
might not have the number one spot, but we have to let our guy get healthy, because I'm gonna tell you right now,
yeah
he's gonna
yeah
play
you
next
have to.
week. He's gonna
He's going
play
to get
this
hurt
week,
even
and if,
more,
if
and
he doesn't if he
now you don't
doesn't get
have the
killed
rest
by
of the
that
season.
Houston's front, if he
Yeah,
doesn't get killed this game, next
yeah,
week he's probably gonna. I don't. I if
yeah,
he continues to go through it, I
yeah,
could see some crazy crap about a season-ending injury, or he
yeah,
doesn't play till the first week of the playoffs,
yep,
and then God knows where the Colts are going to be by then.
yeah.
And I'm sorry, but Jonathan Taylor's having a hell of a year, and I cannot express this enough. Look how many overloaded injuries we have this year. Jonathan
Right. Well,
Taylor, Jonathan
and that's
Taylor
just
averages 24 carries a game. That is a
yeah. I mean, that's just a way to
workload.
get him hurt.
That's a
It's
work
just yeah,
overload, bro. You have to
yeah,
do something else.
yeah,
Like, I don't know what the running back situation is looking like. I know the other running backs aren't doing what Jonathan Taylor's doing. I fully get that.
yeah,
But you cannot be doing that, especially when he has been injured before for an ACL, I
yeah.
believe it is. You cannot be
Yes.
doing that. Like, it's just one of those things where I look and I see 20 carries for like 100 some yards, and I'm like,
Yep.
these guys are just killing this dude. Like,
Yeah.
Jonathan
Yeah.
Taylor,
It's.
how old is he, by the way?
I mean, he's got to be
I'll look it up
mid
right now.
twenties.
He's 26, right? Yeah, he's 26.
Yeah.
With these kind of carries and these kind of workloads, like look at this, I'm gonna rip off the attempts. Week 1 all the way till now. 18, 25, 17, 17, 17, 21, 16, 12, 14, 32, 16. And some of these, and the ones that he has the most on, he has less yards. Like the week 1, 18 attempts, 71 yards. Week 4, 17 attempts, 76 yards.
Yeah.
Las Vegas, 17, or week 5 after that, 17 attempts, 66 yards. And then 16 carries, 94 yards, 14 carries, 45 yards against Pittsburgh. You see, like, that's the part that scares me about
Yeah.
his status, because, okay, cool, he's still getting phenomenal yards. As a running back, that is another phenomenal stat. But when
Yep.
you add up, like, okay, cool, 17 carries, he got smacked, because they don't hit easy in the NFL. He probably got smacked 12, 13 out of those times. And I'm talking hits. Those are wear and tear. 32 attempts for 244 yards. Phenomenal game. Awesome. That's great. That's good stuff.
That's a
But
lot.
but you got hit and messed up at least 18 out of those 32, because he had a lot of
Well, and
breakaways on
that's
those. He had a lot of
and
breakaway in that
let's
game.
well, and then what about and that's just not including pass blocks.
Oh
How many
yeah,
times was he in there for pass blocking? So he's
not he
taking
had
on a
he had
linebacker.
And yeah, that's another thing, dude. Great,
And how many
great thing. Snap
and
percentage
how many
week from week
catches?
one. Snap
Yeah,
percentage 71%. Then you have 93,
yeah,
79, 87, 74, 92, 87, 75,
yeah,
79,
yeah,
91, and 90% of the snaps. So exactly, bro.
yeah,
Pass
yeah.
blocking, and then you always got those
Catching the ball out of
freaking.
the backfield,
You got
running
those little
routes.
dump routes where it's like it goes to
Yeah,
shit, but then you still get hit
yeah,
anyway because the
yeah,
defender's
yeah,
making sure. Yeah, dude,
yeah,
it's just with
yep,
him, I could easily see him getting messed up as well. And it sucks because he's having a phenomenal year, but
yeah,
by
yeah,
God, man, 32 carries, 91% of the snaps.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
how
The AFC is wild right now, man.
it's
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 anybody's ball
nuts,
game.
but
There's only
it
two
is
teams that are going to get locked in more than likely this weekend,
yeah,
and that's the Patriots and the Broncos.
100%. Um
Possibly the Colts if they could pull out a win, they're more than likely a lock. But it's like I said, with like we were talking about, without Daniel Jones, even with Daniel Jones not healthy, it's going to be tough because that defensive line
dude,
is arguably the best in the NFL.
Houston's top in the NFL for like
Yeah,
pressures and
they're they are. I think
I think it's
they are. I think the top two. I think that their two guys, Hunter and Will Anderson, are like they're both top five in sacks,
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah,
I believe.
per sleeper, they're the number one defense
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
So they're going to get after the quarterback, which is scary. But
Dude,
then
dude, look at this. Reading back from the most recent weeks, last week up at Buffalo, 8 sacks, 3 sacks, 5 sacks, 1 sack,
yeah,
2. They've only gotten better throughout the year, bro. They've only, the last
yeah,
3 weeks they have 16 total sacks.
yeah.
Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, and that's another thing too. And it's funny because it made a couple guys complain in the league that I'm in because for your quarterback, if they take a sack, you lose a point. And dude,
Yeah.
Josh Allen went from having a 49-point game last week or the week before, and he went to having a .12 week this week. Oh, that dude was pissed.
Yeah.
It was funny. It was funny to see though. It was really funny to see. Um, but yeah, man, it's getting schnutz. And then, dude, like probably the biggest. I am so high on the Bengals train right now after seeing them beat the Ravens. If this defense can just play a little bit worse or a little bit better than what they did against the Ravens,
Yeah.
I do not see with all the schedule and all the divisionals and all everything else coming up. I can completely see the Bengals going up there and possibly winning that division because at the end of the day,
Oh,
Steelers are
it's a toss
Steelers
up.
are only 6-5. If they
Yeah.
and they have a tough game coming up, the Bills.
The Bills.
If they
Yep.
lose and it's 6-6, the Bengals are 4-8. That is 2 games behind, my guy. It
Yep.
is 2 games behind. And then in between, well, bottom is the Browns, and then in between is the Ravens somewhere. I do not see the Ravens winning in Cincinnati, especially when Joey B looks so good, bro.
Yeah.
He's looking good, man. I thought without, or no, he had Jamar this last game, right?
Yes, he
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah.
He didn't have
No,
Higgins.
Higgins was out. I thought, well, like without having Higgins, he would have trouble finding the number 2 guy. Dude,
Yeah.
Tinsley's stepping up. Yoshi Vosh is stepping up. Gasecki, they incorporated all the guys. Tanner Hudson had a phenomenal one-handed catch, by the way.
I mean, and their schedule, dude, is promising.
That's what I'm
Like
saying.
like you just beat the Ravens.
Yep.
That puts you at 4-8. You have the Bills, which the Bills are beatable. We've all seen it this
Yep.
year. They're not the same Bills. And then you're back at the Ravens, or the Ravens are in Cincinnati.
Yep.
Then you have the Dolphins, the Cardinals, and the Browns to finish the season out. That's
You
they could
said Dolphins,
easily
Cardinals, and Browns.
Yes, they could easily
You literally
they could
just have to
easily go 5
bear.
and 0.
You
They can
literally
easily
have
go
to just
5 and
bear
0,
that shit.
4-1. They can easily
Exactly.
go 5 and 0, 4-1.
You said, hold on, they play the Bills,
Bills
and
next,
then Ravens,
Ravens.
and then the 3. Yeah, dude. And then when
Yeah.
you look at the Steelers, they still have to play the Bills. But on top of that, I think the Steelers still have to play. Oh, let me take a look.
So I got it right here. So
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
at the Bills right now. Bills, Ravens, Bills, Ravens, Dolphins, Lions, Browns, Ravens to end the season.
Yeah, dude.
So they're tough. They gotta.
And
It's not as tough, but it's a tougher route than Cincinnati for sure. It's just because
the double Baltimore
of
with Buffalo. You're playing in
and
Miami,
the
and I'm sorry,
Lions.
but Miami they hold their
Yeah,
line in Miami,
yeah,
and then the
and the
Lions and
Lions.
Browns
Yeah,
though. You got
yeah.
Miles
So
Garrett, who's on pace for the single sack
you've got
fucking record.
three divisional games. It's kind of like the Packers schedule. You got three division games to finish out these last 6 weeks,
Man,
plus the Lions. Yeah,
dude.
that's tough. That's tough. And that's another thing. It's like, do you have a healthy Aaron Rodgers? He's going to play against the Bills with that fractured left wrist.
Oh yeah, I
We're
had
gonna
that as a news note. It's
Yeah, so
all
we'll
systems go.
no, yeah, there's I mean it's playoff mode. Like there's
100%.
no you we're I think we're gonna
And
get
then
fucking Percocet Rogers,
yo,
Perk Rogers, man.
and he don't give a
It,
shit.
it yeah, and
Um,
he's gonna be high as a kite, not feeling any pain, ready to
go
go.
going to the Ravens schedule since we're talking about that division.
Mhm.
You have Pittsburgh next week. Then you have
Yep.
at Cincinnati and New England going to New England. No,
Oof.
just kidding, just kidding. You're playing it in Baltimore. And
It
then you
doesn't
have
matter. You're playing New England.
and then you have Green Bay at Green Bay and then at
Yep.
Pittsburgh. I
Yeah.
could easily see the Bengals taking that first spot, and it's going to be the
Hey,
sloppiest shit we've ever
chat, you heard
seen.
it here now. You heard it here now. Watch out, Cincinnati Bengals making the playoff run.
Cincinnati Bengals
Joey
possibly winning division.
possibly winning the division and going into the playoffs, guys. Watch out. You're good. Watch out, everybody. That's it's not easy. It's not going to be easy, but they can easily do it. So let's
Adio mio. All right, that's there. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Jesus criminy.
So one quick thing.
What you got?
Um, we talked about it, I think, last week. Um, Four-time Pro Bowl, All-Pro center Frank Ragnow
Oh, yep. That was on my
for the
news.
Lions. Yep, failed his physical, so he won't be able to play this season. So
Nope.
more than likely, he'll probably stay retired.
Probably.
Um, in other news, it's probably not going to happen, but there were talks of a possible Aaron Donald coming out of retirement for the Rams,
Yeah, dude.
um,
Go
which
ahead.
I believe he can at any time because he's not on the reserve list.
Nope.
So he didn't have to come out by this week. So like he can come out like before playoffs. So, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I think he's happy sitting at home,
I
chilling.
mean,
Um,
everybody looks happy sitting at home until you get a call from Matt Stafford saying, "Hey, man,
yeah, I
let's
mean
go
that's
win another
different though.
ring. Let's go win
That's
another ring." And
different, but
that's,
I don't.
dude,
But they
that's
don't
all they're
need it.
doing.
That's the thing is they don't need it right now.
Oh hell yeah,
I'm
they
not
don't
saying.
need it. They didn't
I'm
need
not
they
saying
didn't
that.
need
I'm not saying
Waddle or
that.
Weddle in the
Yeah,
2020 Super Bowl. They didn't need him.
yeah.
But dude, if he says yes and
So
hops on, good luck to everybody else. But the Rams are
I mean,
winning this Super Bowl.
oops. I mean, if they, maybe if they sustain another like injury or something like that to the defensive line, I could see it happening.
100%.
Um, but as of right now, it it's also kind of shitty to your teammates to try to call somebody out of retirement because you don't trust your team. So that's kind of something that you
Well,
also don't want to as a player. Now,
yeah,
it's one thing if McVay does it. If McVay calls up Darnold and goes, "Hey, man, like, how do you feel about coming out of retirement and making this playoff run with us?" That's one thing. But if you're like a player, it's kind of tough because it's like
I mean, I
you
get that,
obviously
but
you obviously don't trust the guys that are in there. Um, it would be one thing if they were like sitting at 6-5 right now and their defensive line needs some more depth or their defensive line just needs help in general. I could see it,
yeah,
but at sitting at 9-2, I don't see it happening.
nah. I mean, it'd be one hell of a shocker to see him come in. But even then, though, even as the teammates, that's where you can just easily pin it on the teammates who are bitching about it and just be like, look, don't you want to win? We want to put our team in the best position forward,
Yeah,
right? All
yeah,
right. And I'm sorry, I don't care who you are on that defensive line. Aaron Donald will take your position. Aaron,
yeah.
Aaron Donald will come out of retirement and
Aaron
take
Donald could
any
go out
position.
there
He
and
could play tight end if they
yeah,
wanted him to.
that's what I was about to say. He could go and take the corner spot.
Dude, I
It
don't
it, it
care.
doesn't matter.
I don't
What are
care
you gonna
what
say?
anyone
No.
wants to say. Dude,
What
it's just
are you gonna say? No.
I mean, what it's just so funny too because it's like I really do think somebody would have like someone on the defensive line would be like, "Oh, what the heck?" Right? And
Yeah,
it's like, dude, shut up. That is
yeah,
that's Aaron Donald. He's still
yeah,
bench pressing 400 some 80 pounds.
yeah,
He's still doing all of his NFL
yeah,
workouts. The dude
yeah,
is like I never say that people want to come back, right? Because at the end of
yeah,
the day, Aaron Donald wasn't funny with his money. He went out there, he made great
yeah,
investments, and he's living the dream.
yeah,
But
yeah.
dude, then you see his stories. You see him on
I mean, you
Facebook,
can
and
say,
it's like,
yeah.
dog,
I mean, you can never say never. Because
exactly.
I think JJ says the same exact thing.
Well, JJ made the joke
There's
about coming back into because after
yeah for yeah
when TJ broke,
TJ broke his record, yeah.
yeah,
But they still have the love of the game, and when you retire, not necessarily early, but at a young enough age to where you still know you have it. It's not like they're 40 years old.
no,
You know what I mean?
no, but that's where I
They're
don't want to
early
see
to
them.
mid 30s.
Like
Right.
with
Yeah,
Tom Brady, he came back to make a
yeah,
statement. He came back to
yeah,
get a last little paycheck, keep his
yeah.
legacy up as long as he could. Because at the end of the day, I believe he was honestly threatened with Mahomes. Like, I could 100% see that being the reason, and also it
I
helps too
think
that his
I
family
definitely
left
think
him
that is it. I definitely
Um,
think that is it,
I
though.
think
I
everything's
don't know
like
if it was the
perfect
family. I think the family thing could have played a factor, but I think it was the fact that everybody was already calling
Mahomes the goat
Mahomes the GOAT,
at the time
like
with one Super Bowl, which was
with
phenomenal.
one, oh yeah, with one Super Bowl, and it's like, and I think Tom was like, really? Well, let me show you what I can do by going to
Exactly.
this whole other organization and
And then
winning one
winning.
year one,
Exactly.
year one,
And then he
which
played that
anybody,
guy in the Super Bowl, smacked him. And I'm
yeah,
sorry to any of you
yeah,
Chiefs fans that think Mahomes is the greatest of all time and he's going to be the greatest or he could be. No, absolutely not. No. Joe Burrow has the chance to be the title greatest of all time. Lamar Jackson, if he goes on this crazy Super Bowl run, could potential. Not Mahomes, never, ever, ever. You lost two head to heads. You lost two head to
yeah,
heads to go to the Super Bowl and win a Super Bowl against the guy that
yeah,
you're trying to take that title from.
yep,
No, not how it works. He can beat him in yards. He can beat him with
yeah,
whatever. I don't care about that. He lost it. He lost to the head to head. That's where it counts. Oh,
yeah,
Mahomes went to the AFC chip. And you know what's crazy too? Since we're on the topic, everybody's always for. If I hear Chris Collinsworth talk about, oh well, Mahomes went to the AFC Championship for all these years in a row. What happened to the 13 years that Tom Brady went
yeah,
straight in a row? Like, did we just forget about that?
yeah,
Are we just
yeah,
gonna World War II it and forget that ever happened?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
like what's going on here? Like,
yeah,
it's just phenomenal hearing these guys talk. And I understand you want these new guys, to be the young blood and all that stuff, but let them have their career. Let them do their thing. Mahomes is in that slump. Brady was in that slump. The 07, 12 years. Brady,
just,
yeah, he was in that postseason slump. Let Mahomes hit that slump. Let's see how he comes back
yeah,
from it. That just
yeah,
defines his greatness.
yeah,
Once again, to as a Tom Brady fan, 100% biased, he will never be able to label himself or anyone as the GOAT, which is also kind of
listen,
cringy when you find out
let's,
he
yeah,
has called himself, oh, when as a future GOAT. Like, dude, calm down. Calm down.
yeah, yeah, listen, I'm not biased. I'm a huge Tom Brady hater. I'm a huge, as I've
That's
gotten
true. You
older,
should have heard what this guy was saying when we were in the army. Oh,
I, I mean, it. You hate greatness. Like you. I don't want to see a guy win 7 rings. I don't.
yeah.
Like, especially when my quarterback, who is by far the greatest thrower of a football of all time, there are a few guys that are close. You've got Dan Marino, arguably. If he would have won some Super Bowls, he probably would be the greatest quarterback of all time because of the things that he could do. He was so ahead of his time.
They were
And
just
then
a
you've got
gunslinger, man. It's not like Tom Brady.
straight
Tom Brady was
gunslinger, bro.
intellectual. He was IQ. He was
Yes.
pinpointing,
Um,
and he was also in the era where the refs were like, the rules were changing
plus
kind
he's
of
just
around the
plus
quarterback.
he's just too good. He's too good looking.
Bro, that
You can't
jawline,
you can't you can't be that good looking and that good at football and not expect me to hate you. Plain and simple.
I mean, that's
But
fair.
as I've
I
gotten older,
I felt
I,
better though when he went to Tampa and he kept wearing those stupid hats throughout the game. It kind of
yeah,
voided off the good looks, and I was like,
yeah,
dude, why are you wearing this
yeah,
trucker hat in
yeah.
the middle of the game?
Um, but you can't touch Tom.
No,
It's just the way it is, man. Like, um, good on Mahomes. He's got 3 Super Bowls. He's got a couple MVPs or whatever. Um, but plain and simple, 7 rings, six with one team, one with a completely different team is unmatched.
100%.
Um, to all those Mahomies out there, one, your
Well,
guy walks like he's got a dildo in his ass.
okay, that's fair.
I fucking hate them. There's things about his mannerism that I fucking hate. His little fucking walk he does. That what the fuck are you doing, bro? He is the fucking lamest person I've ever fucking seen in my entire life, dude.
Yeah,
His little
guys, let's
when
go.
he
Let's huddle
walks,
up. Let's huddle up.
his his tits are out, his fucking butt cheeks are clenched together, and he's like he's got a turd about to come out the way he fucking walks after a play. Like little quick little feet.
Oh
Oh my
man,
God, bro. Oh dude, I want to fucking I
that's not
just
my
want
goat.
somebody to rip his head off,
That's
dude.
not my goat.
No, that he could have 100 Super Bowl wins, and
Well,
that walk alone makes him not a goat.
somebody said it crystal, or somebody said it the best when I forgot what it was. It was something I read on one of like X or whatever. One of the Pats Nation people like shared it, and it said Mahomes is 4 Super Bowls away from tying Tom Brady, and his greatness of having
Yeah.
7, but he's
Yeah.
1 Super Bowl away from losing. Wait, how many Super Bowls has Mahomes lost? 2 or 3? Tom Brady, and then the Eagles. I think he's 3-2 in Super Bowls. But the
Uh,
person's post said he's one Super Bowl away or one losing Super Bowl away from also tying Tom Brady's uh, Super Bowl record for like losses. And I thought, wow, that'll put some perspective in you on Tom Brady's greatness, and his GOAT status. You know what I'm saying?
okay. Bing needs to get their shit together because it says his record is 3-1 in Super Bowls. They don't have his loss. They don't have his loss to the Eagles on here.
Because it wasn't a loss; it was an ass whooping.
Yeah. Yeah. They still have him as 3-1. Come on, get it together, Bing. That's why
Hey,
nobody
Bing.
uses you.
Yeah, that's why
I
we
don't know
go to
why I'm
Bing
even
just to
on.
search for Google. All
I
right,
don't even know why it's on
Bing, get your shit
fucking
together.
yeah.
I'll Google before I Google Bing. All right. Let me tell you
Yeah.
something. That's straight on business. Okay.
See, let's see.
I'll Google before I Google
There
Bing.
you go. Yeah, see, Google's got it 3-2.
Of course they do. Google, you're on your stuff. No, yeah. So it's like he's one Super Bowl loss away from tying Tom Brady's losses, but 4 away from from winning
Yeah,
like the same amount, and that's just a math
yeah.
even. So it's like when
He's
you
gonna be
look
the LeBron. He's gonna be the LeBron of the NFL. He's gonna make it there a lot, but he's gonna have more losses than he is wins.
100%.
So
Which is I don't know. Everybody can have their opinions on how they were at the beginning of Mahomes' career, like the Chiefs. But I'm gonna tell you right now,
we're gonna see, man, because
I
Travis
stand
Kelsey's
by
out the
this.
door.
I stand by this. No, I'm talking about his beginning years.
I know, but
If
I'm just
Joe
saying we're
Burrow
gonna see
had
what kind
his
of player
team,
he is.
his receiving
Oh,
core, and
yeah, he'd
just
be 5-0.
the team around, he would have beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
okay, that might have been a long shot, but he would at
yeah,
least went
but
4-1. He
yeah,
would not. He would have went 4-1 to start his career, and it's
yeah,
just phenomenal how people look at the stuff that Mahomes gets as far as the phantom 15-yard passing, like passer.
yeah,
What is it? Roughing the passer
yeah,
penalties, and it's just so crazy how it's like someone said it too on one of the pages, and it was kind of funny. It's kind of funny. Somebody said, "Chiefs fans are the Democrats of the NFL because all this shit happens for them, but yet they also feel oppressed when something doesn't go their way."
yeah,
And
yeah.
I was like, "Yo, That's actually a good point. That's actually clutch. That's a clutch statement." But but no, yeah. I think we were back on the Bengals like when we first got off the rails.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the way their division's looking schedule wise, stuff like that.
Toss up. It's
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
toss up.
Yeah, it's a
It's toss
toss
up.
up, but I'm on that Bengal train.
Yeah,
I'm on that Cincy Bean party, bro.
yeah,
Gonna jump into the news. The news that we got here. It's the Frank
yeah,
Oregano is out. He won't be able to play this year.
yeah,
And like you said, I don't see him trying to come back after this year. I could see him 100% just taking the time.
yeah,
Vikings to start Max Brosmer.
yeah,
Baker Mayfield should play Arizona this week, so if you got him on fantasy, go ahead and throw him in there. He'll have one hell of a game. C.J. Stroud, clear concussion protocol, will play against the Colts. Dart is going to start against the Patriots. Aaron Rodgers, all system go. And then Myles Garrett is on pace for the single sack record.
yeah.
So that's what we got brewing there. No real big stuff. I did think that was kind of surprising. They're going to sit or start Max Brosmer for the Vikings. It just kind of opens up the door and questions of like, you know,
Well, I think
how are they?
JJ's under concussion protocol.
Oh, is it? Well, either way, they should start him anyway. Like my thing is, JJ's
I
playing like
mean,
ass.
yeah. I mean, let's be
Which
realistic.
what's the
Yeah.
direction you're gonna go? Because he's
Yeah.
not your guy. You had your guy, and you just gave him away to another team who is now benefiting from your guy.
You had
I'm sorry.
two
Yeah,
guys that are bad.
yeah,
You
two.
you you had
That's
Sam
right.
Darnold and fucking Daniel Jones, and you let
That's
them
right.
both walk for your young cat.
And that's awesome.
And
You made a football IQ move, but it just didn't pay out. It didn't, and now you
yeah,
guys are the joke of the NFC North and
yeah,
NFC in general. Honestly,
yep,
um,
yeah,
I'm trying to think. I did not know Miles Garrett was cruising on the sacks though. Like I know he had a bunch in like the games, like with the Patriots, he had five.
yeah,
Other who was it? Against the Ravens, he had like four or something like that.
yeah,
But no, yeah, I did not
yeah,
know he was like that far into the schmutz.
yeah.
Um, on this one though, I got those start 'em and sit 'em or start bench cut.
Yeah.
Start bench cut. We're gonna start with running backs. Start bench cut. Christian McCaffrey, Jonathan Taylor, Jameer Gibbs.
Who are they playing?
We'll say.
No, like what's the matchup?
Oh, this was
Like
just
who?
in general. This was just like in general who you start
Oh,
or who
you.
you keeping, who you cutting.
Just like if I had a fuck, if they were all three on my team. Okay,
Yeah,
You said McCaffrey.
Jonathan Taylor, and then Jameer Gibbs.
I'm running the fucking wing T.
I swear, Jameer Gibbs is getting that ball every time he's the quarterback.
I'm running the fucking wing
He's
T.
gonna learn how to throw the ball, dude.
Like, what are we talking about right now? We're running the wing T. There's no getting around it.
Dude,
I'm running Army's offense.
I swear, dude.
Like,
I
I don't give a
swear.
fuck. Like, that's all
2017
we're doing.
Army offense, three fullbacks in there on the
Yeah.
ends,
Like,
dude.
um,
Yeah, I mean, you
man.
got to go CMC and JT. You got to cut Gibbs. I mean,
Uh, yeah.
just
As of right, just off of this season alone,
and Jameer
yeah,
Gibbs has done good. Like we're not saying by no means he's bad. This
yeah,
is you're putting up the top three. These are the top three
yeah,
running backs right now.
yeah,
So
yeah. I'm probably starting CMC. I'm benching JT.
third round back or third down back.
Yeah, and then I'm cutting Gibbs as of right
Honestly,
now.
he's gonna be my
And
field
it's
goal
like,
holder. He's gonna be my plays guy.
and in all reality, like there's I don't really think there's a wrong answer to that
There's
question.
not. There's not.
I mean, with how good those are, I'm only saying start CMC because of how dynamic he is in the passing game.
Nobody
Like
else.
that
Nobody
is
else can
such a
touch him.
threat. That is such a threat. Like
But it's but
oh
it's Kyle
yeah,
Shanahan that is it Shanahan or Shannon?
Shanahan.
Okay. Yeah, it's Shanahan though that Nick Sirianni needs to take some notes on how they use him. Like,
Yeah,
dude, they're in the 49ers have never been blown out this year. And it's, well,
yeah.
except for that one game. I forgot what it was. I think it was against the Rams, actually. They got their shit stomped.
Hmm.
But, minus that, they're in all these games, but it's because you're giving your playmaker the ball. You're giving
Yeah,
Christian McCaffrey 10 times, like
yeah,
10 plus chances to do something with it, and he's going to do something. Maybe not on the first or second try, but he's going to do something with it.
yeah.
So, no, they gotta. That's honestly, there's no wrong answers on that one.
Yep.
For this one, you got the quarterbacks: Josh Allen, Jordan Love, Patrick Mahomes. Based off of this year,
This year,
you
I'm
gotta
going
start. You gotta
to.
start Josh, sit Jordan, get rid of Mahomes.
Yes, that's exactly what I was about to say.
Like
Yeah,
Josh
yeah,
Allen, yeah, he had a bad game, but that was his first bad game this year.
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah. Even
it's
as a Packer fan, I'm benching Love. I'm starting Josh Allen. I'm cutting Mahomes.
I'm gonna run what we did in flag football, dude. I'm gonna have two. I'm gonna have Jordan Love on this side.
Uh-huh.
I got Josh
Yeah,
Allen. It's gonna be a throwback deep ball.
yeah, yeah,
I'm telling you, dude. And then you got the receiver portion. It's start, sit, cut, Puka, Nakua, Jamar Chase, CD Lamb.
well, I'm cutting CD right off the rip. He's
100%.
cut. You said Jamar Chase and Puka.
Yeah. I thought that was kind of an
I'm
unfair selection just because you got one who plays out, one who's more of a slot.
uh, really, I don't think there's a wrong answer to that one either. Whoever you because Puka's a dog, like
No,
he's just a
100%.
dog. I'm gonna start Chase,
Yeah.
um,
I
and
was going to
bench
say, that's.
Puka because Chase is arguably the best receiver in the NFL. Um, but I don't see I you could start Puka and bench Chase and you'd be just fine. Like
It's just
like how productive
with
Puka is.
yeah,
Um,
but with Chase though, even with having Jake Browning in for those 3 fucking games that just blew everything apart, he's still
yeah,
the number 4 receiver in the league.
right,
Like
exactly.
he's
Yeah, you just got to make
he's
sure you don't spit on people.
I swear. I swear
Yeah,
I didn't do nothing.
yeah, swear.
I swear, dude. Oh my god. Man, that was phenomenal. When I saw that interview and then it showed the video of him straight up spitting, I was like, "Bro, what are you doing?" This is why nobody this is why nobody listens to you.
Yeah,
This is why nobody likes the Bengals, bro.
yeah.
But this week for fantasy football, we got start 'em, sit 'em, start 'em. Start Jackson Dart against the Patriots. Start 'em.
Start.
Start Bo Nix against the Commanders. Start 'em. Well, and then it was Joe Burrow and Jordan Love. I hope you guys started them because if you didn't, you kind of look like you're an idiot. Sit 'em. Brock Purdy playing like asshole. Sit 'em. Daniel Jones. After what we
He's
found
hurt.
out, I hope you sit him.
Yeah,
Unless you're in one of those leagues that you're trying to get 0 points.
yeah.
And then C.J. Stroud. Sit him.
Sim.
Those are mainly my picks on that. It's just with the Patriots
I would.
with Patriots with mobile QBs, I can see Jackson Dart having one hell of a game.
Yeah,
I don't. There's just something about the Patriots defense that they're dynamic on the run game, and when you have to take away the run game on the Giants, it's gonna leave the Jackson Dart. He's a mobile dude. Unless he
yeah,
goes out of the game early, I could see him putting up 25 plus. It's a whole different offense when he's in there, and I would put my chips on him to, like I said, have a 25 plus game, point plus game. Bo Nix, he's playing the Commanders. With the Patriots going up 10-2 after the Broncos bye week, I think the Broncos are trying to make their statement. I can't say he's going to get you plus 20, but he's going to be consistent. That's what he's going to do. I
yeah,
think Broncos, you got to remember they have Sean Payton. I think the playoff mode is going to kick in. And Sean Payton, percentage-wise, statistically, when his team is pretty much in the playoff race, he has it's like a 55% turnaround from like big plays to not. And he
yeah,
throws the ball a shit ton. So it's really going to go from RJ Harvey to mainly like Cortland Sutton, Troy Franklin, stuff like that.
yeah,
I could just see Bo. I could see him either having another 40-point game or a 15-point game, but I would just start him just to see what he gets.
yeah.
For the waiver wire, we have Troy Franklin. He's a receiver for the Broncos. He's kind of becoming the main slot guy. When Cortland Sutton's not in and they don't have Ingram on a seam route, Troy's kind of the guy that's always touching the ball. So I would just put my money on him. Jacoby Brissett, I can see him having a big game this week. He already played, but the running back for the Bears, Monaghy, whatever, he had a hell of a game. Christian Watson, if you guys don't have him, get him. The Lions game was just the start. That dude, he's getting in the rhythm. He's getting in so fast.
Yeah, he just he
He's gonna
catches
be
everything. I think he had one drop.
he had one drop, dude, and
Yeah, and it was
the stuff
a
that he
hard
caught
one.
though
Yeah, well, even
is
harder.
or
Yeah,
yeah,
it's phenomenal.
exactly.
Yeah,
He's just playing lights out, man.
yeah,
Devin Neal, running back for the Saints. I believe Alvin Kamara is out.
so
I can see this. If solid running back 3-4, if you need a flex guy, if someone's on bye or something, snag him. You can't go wrong with it. Yoshi Vosh had a great game. He's another pickup. Tremere Dix. I think it's Tremere Dix or Die, whatever. The wide receiver from the Titans. He's getting a lot of catches here. Hold on, let me look him up. So I actually am curious about his name.
And I haven't paid much attention to the Titans because surprisingly, they're never in the news.
Never.
Never. Like it's crazy. Like how you never see them. You never see Cam Ward highlights, even though he slings the rock. You never see anything about the Titans.
Oh, I'm stupid as
It's
fuck.
like,
Tremere Dyke. I wrote Dix. But yeah, Tremere Dykes. Or Dyke. Had a 21-point outing last time. He's had a couple 6-team games. He's relatively on the lower part, as you guys can see on my screen. But, if you need somebody, he's a decent pickup. Parker Washington for the Jaguars. Solid. He's turning into the guy at Jacksonville for sure. And then Colston Loveland, tight end for the Bears.
fuck him.
Yeah, it kind of
He's a
screwed Jake
shit
over.
motherfucker, bro. I don't have a
Bro,
biscuit either, bro.
piece of shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trending up, you got Vidal, running back, Los Angeles Chargers. You also have Darren Waller, tight end, Miami. John Mechie, wide receiver, Jets. Those are trending up. Trending down, you got Emmanuel Wilson.
Yeah.
Sean Tucker, running back, Tampa. And then Ricky Pearsall. With the Ricky Pearsall, I would keep him. Like, I wouldn't do nothing crazy with him yet. He just had a couple bad games, come back from injury. I would still roll with him. He's still the 49ers guy. I know Jennings and Purdy just honestly needs to get his shit figured out first. But, with that being said, Pearsall's going to take a hit if needed.
Yep.
So, that's them. Boink. And then, yeah, dude, it's just mainly the playoffs. I still cannot believe the Patriots are 10-2. I cannot believe the Patriots are 10-2. You got number 1 Patriots 10-2, 2 Broncos 9-2, Colts 8-3, Steelers 6-5, Chargers, Jags, and Bills all 7-4.
Yeah.
And then
It's coming down the wire, man.
what you got is like what we just did, dissecting the second half of the schedules here.
Yep.
And you got teams like the Bengals.
Favorable schedule.
With a very favorable schedule. Then you have the Patriots with a medium towards the end of the year. You got some big games, you got some not. And then you got the Ravens and Steelers schedules that are, this is a make or break. You know what I'm saying? And then over there in the NFC, same situation. I mean, the only thing really holding on to the Bucks right now is the fact that they're in a shitty division.
Yeah.
I don't see nothing phenomenal coming from them. Seahawks, they're making a good run, but we'll see how Darnold does, like how we did last year in the playoffs. We got to see how they do. 49ers are 8-4. It just depends on the workload. Shit. It just depends on the workload they keep giving McCaffrey. Eagles. I mean, dude, you guys, everything could flip flop by the end of the year.
Yeah. Yep.
It's still early. There's a lot of football left, but you can phenomenally bet that this could be completely switched up at the end of the year. There could be 4 or 5 teams that drop off after all this.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
that's what's
yeah.
pumping me the fuck up. I love that.
Yeah. I think in both divisions, I think that number 1 seed is pretty much locked up with the Patriots and the Rams as of right now.
I
But
mean, that's the thing.
two through seven is all a toss up as of right now.
Yeah.
In these divisions, like I think is going to change, because you look at the NFC, you have the Bears at number 2, the Eagles at 3. That could easily change depending on how many games the Bears lose. They'll drop out of that spot. Eagles, depending on how many more games they lose, drop out of that spot. That could be changed up in a heartbeat. And the same thing when it comes to the AFC, only due to injuries.
Yeah,
You look at I think the two spot is more than likely probably locked up for you guys in the AFC with the Broncos. Um, but you look at the Colts, the Steelers, the Chargers, the Jags, the Bills. That's all
yeah,
going to shift.
dude.
And I'm only saying that because the Colts are injured with their quarterback position,
Yeah,
arguably the most important position on the field. Your dude has a fractured fibula. It's not like he's got a fractured
and he's playing
wrist,
through it. It's not like he's sitting out. It's not like the
but
other
it's
dude's
also
gonna
your
get the.
leg.
Yeah,
It's his leg that's going to affect you stepping up in the pocket. It affects your drop. It affects your mobility in every
100%.
way, shape, and form. And that's one thing that Daniel Jones is really good at is stepping up in the pocket and running. He can run. He's athletic. He's shown it. Um, and so that is going to be the part that is really scary for the Colts is that your backup is your rookie because it's
Yeah,
not Anthony Richardson had surgery on his eye again. Not that he would have been a good backup anyways,
no, yeah,
but you have your fourth or fifth round draft pick in Riley Leonard out of Notre Dame
yeah.
as your number two guy, which is not something you want to see for your team coming into playoff time.
And to
Um,
make matters worse,
so
like they're playing Daniel Jones first team first team for the practice and all that stuff, right?
yeah,
We're on Saturday now. If Riley has not played at all with the first team, the
yeah, you're
worst thing
fucking
you
up.
can see the worst
Yeah,
thing you can see is Daniel Jones go down with an actual injury
yeah,
now because he played through it like a
yeah,
tough guy, and
yeah,
now Riley is in to finish out the game or whatever
yeah,
with no reps on the first team. With there's just so much room for error that it's like, and this is a big game. This is a big game
yeah,
with the Texans, man. If the Texans get it 7-5, drops the Colts to 8-4, that is
yeah.
a big one. One turd. But no, yeah, that's a big game, and
Yeah.
with them being in the same division, that could flip. Broncos, Patriots. I mean, I could see them flipping back and forth depending on what they got going on. I mean, Broncos have a harder division, and they play the last couple. I don't know, man. This is one hell of an end of the year,
Yeah. Yeah,
dude. Could you
these last
imagine?
5, 6 weeks are gonna be crazy.
Could you imagine if somehow, like the Ravens got in, like the Ravens won, like what they needed to, or even then the Bengals or Ravens, and then the Texans shot up, and then the Bills and Chiefs missed the playoffs.
Uh,
Dog, that would be a
but
story.
it. I mean, if you look at it right now, it could easily happen.
Dog.
It could easily
Oh, and
happen,
then the
man.
Panthers with the Bucks, dude. The
Panthers and the
Panthers
Bucks, dude. If Baker can't stay on the field, man, the Panthers could shoot up and take that and take that division.
could. I don't. I'm not even gonna try to say your name. I'm just gonna say Mole. What's good, boss? They said hi guys or hey guys.
What's happening?
But yeah, yeah, dude, dude, everything is just so close. I don't ever like remember seeing a playoff race this nitty gritty though.
Yeah, it's
Honestly,
it's interesting, man, because you know, like,
because then definitely
yeah,
you got the Lions, Cowboys, Panthers.
yep.
I don't really see Falcons and below doing anything with it. Cardinals, Vikings,
No, those guys,
but the
I
Panthers
don't
to
see
get up
them
there and
doing
knock off
anything.
the Bucks, and even then, yeah, because if they take the Bucks spot, Bucks are
Yeah,
done. Bucks are out of the
yeah,
playoff race, and then you
yeah,
got Cowboys. Let's say they are 6-5-1 after already playing. Yeah, dude, it's
Yeah, because they get. Let's
golly.
see. Man, the Panthers, man, that's a tough schedule. That's tough. You got Rams, Saints, Bucks, Seattle, Bucks. That's tough. You hope and pray you can get 3-2 by
Give me
beating the
one
Bucks
sec, bro.
twice. You're good. Hmm. Hmm.
Holy shnikes, I'm back. But yeah, dude, I can't. I that's the more I look at
Yeah.
it, the more my mind's racing about what could happen.
Yeah. I don't know if
Golly,
the Panthers I don't know if the Panthers can do it with their schedule.
how are they
That's
finishing?
they've got I'll tell you right now, I got it pulled up right here. They've Rams this on Sunday, Saints, Bucks, Seattle, Bucks. Tough. That's
It's
tough.
tough, but it is doable. Maybe not the Rams, but if you're
The
trying,
Rams,
but
I
hear me
think
out.
Rams in Seattle, they drop Rams in Seattle. You
Do
I
you go
think they're
three
gonna
and two?
dog walk. And that's what I'm saying. I think best case scenario, they go 3-2, which is good because it's if you can win two of those games, even if you can
When's
split with the Bucks and possibly beat the Rams or Seattle, one of them, just one of
well
them,
here?
that helps out a lot.
What about? Good God.
But
What about their bye week? When's the Panthers bye week?
oh, let me see. Um, I think they already had it.
They did.
I think so. Let me see.
Okay.
I think they did. Um,
Oh yeah, I think they might have already. Yeah,
oh, it is right here. So, what are you doing here? No, their bye week is next week.
I
So
figured
they
because they're
so
six
they
and
play,
six
yeah.
now.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
they play the Rams and go into a bye week, which is
if you
that's
win,
so nice.
if
That's
you
so
beat the
nice.
Rams
That's
going into
so
that bye
nice.
week, having to relax, especially in the nitty gritty of everything. And here's the thing though, is this is where this is because it's like they have a tough schedule, but all you have to do is outplay the Bucks.
Because the Bucks have a tougher schedule.
Well, I mean, minus Arizona, we can count that as a Saints game for the Panthers. But all you have to do, you have the same wins. All you have to do is match them and beat
But it
them.
also depends. It depends on their quarterback. Like
Yeah,
if Baker can't stay healthy, that's going to be the biggest factor is if Baker can stay healthy with that shoulder. If
yeah,
he takes a fucking another shot, gets driven into the ground, tries to do too much, because it's the same thing with the Steelers
yeah.
with Rodgers' wrist. Like, yeah, good thing is it's non-throwing. Same thing with Baker, it's non-throwing. But if you're taking too many shots, like your guy's not going to be there.
Nah. So that's the thing, though,
Like,
is if they can just somehow match it, I could see it going back and forth the whole time until the very end.
yeah,
Oh, man, that's
yeah,
good stuff right there.
yeah,
That's good football.
yeah.
Oh, man. Hell yeah. How long have we been. How long have we been going at it? Damn, hour 30 ish. Dang. Oh, where is it? There it is. No, yeah, it's gonna be some good football, my guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but I think we kind of. I don't really think we got anything else. We kind of talked
Well,
about kind of every game, what the
yeah.
teams should be looking for, and yeah, dude, we got some great football this weekend, and we're definitely gonna have
Yep.
to hit it back on Monday or Tuesday. Um, get a another probably Tuesday after the Patriots
Yeah.
game.
After Monday night's game.
Like, probably Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever we can again. But no, it's yeah, dude, everything could be completely flipped.
Yeah.
Dude, it's God, I love it, bro. I love it.
Yeah.
But we already went through our picks on
Yep.
what was it, Wednesday? Yeah, I think it was
Something
Wednesday.
like that. Yeah.
We already went through our picks on Wednesday, so go check out episode 4. If you guys want to tag along, follow along.
We're what, 3-1 right now, right?
Hmm?
We're 3-1, right? Is for this week. Because we took the Eagles over the Bears. I believe we should be 3-1.
Yeah, I think we're 3-1. Yeah, dude, we're 3-1 on this week. Um, we did pick the Eagles over the Bears. That was just a
Whatever.
sloppy game, but no. Stay with us. I'll be making some posts, and then the next time, probably next Tuesday or Wednesday, we will have like some picks. We'll go on a prize picks. We'll throw in a little like who to go over, who to go under. We'll try to shoot it off of that. We'll do the same thing for FanDuel, kind of adjust it to whatever. So if you want to slap in a parlay, we'll try to get some money going. But no, other than that, I think I'm talked out. I am exhausted. It hit me in this past 30 minutes, man.
Yeah.
This Thanksgiving food is messing me up. but but no, other than that, guys, feel free to hit us up on here. Comment on the videos. I check them good like 2 hours before we go live. We don't really get that much activity. That's why I check it really late. Oh, hey, really quick too. Ohio State 27-9 against Michigan.
Yeah, I watched that. I had the game plan as we were talking. Yeah, there's some good like that's the other thing. Good college games on. Playoff time is
We've
coming
got
around.
fantastic college games, and we have a bunch of
So
potential.
Ohio State locked in their
Yep.
bid to the playoffs, locked in their bid to the Big Ten title game. Um, against Indiana.
Yeah.
Um, but there's some good, the college football, playoff race is kind of like the NFL playoff race right now. It's things can get
100%.
mixed up like crazy right now because there's some good teams that are being left out. There's some iffy teams that are in right now. Um,
Well, we saw what
and
happened
this
last year when
weekend,
those iffy teams were in. Did not
yeah,
stand
well,
a
there's
chance.
there's going to be one iffy team that's going to be in for
Yeah.
sure, and that's Tulane. Just because their conference is complete ass,
Yeah.
but they're going to be in and they're going to get fucking shit stomped on round one. I mean, yeah. Well, I don't know. I can't speculate because as of right now, the fuck has happened? As of right now, they're playing Texas Tech round one, but with Texas A&M losing yesterday,
Yep.
um,
Upset by Texas.
that's going to jump Texas Tech. That should jump Texas Tech up into a first round bye. Um, because they're the only other undefeated team um in there. So we'll see. I will see, man. These playoffs are interesting.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
teams are going to get shifted around. 'Cause I mean, just from talking on Wednesday, it already shifted, to where it's Oregon, Alabama instead of Ole Miss, Alabama.
Yeah.
Um, going against Indiana.
Holy
Indiana,
shit, dude.
what's up?
Oh my god, I just looked up Indiana stuff on ESPN. Dude, they beat fucking Purdue 56-3. They
Yeah,
beat Wisconsin 31-7. Penn State was the 27-24.
yeah,
Maryland 55-10. UCLA 56-6.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Illinois.
interception. Pick
Illinois.
six.
Who?
Nope.
For Michigan?
LSU.
Oh,
No, that game's over.
okay.
That game's up. No, LSU versus number 8 Oklahoma.
Oh shit.
Oklahoma just threw a pick down to the 5 yard line because that's another game that could, if LSU can fucking knock off Oklahoma, that because there's some teams on the cusp. You got
Dude.
Texas that's just sitting out right now, but it's like Texas's only losses are to Ohio State, Georgia, and then the one that really hurts them is the Florida loss.
Yeah.
Um, but they've beat some really good teams. They just beat the number 3 team in the nation. You've got Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt has beat some really good teams. Their only losses are to Alabama and to Texas. So, and they weren't, I don't think they were blowouts. I'm pretty sure they were somewhat close games.
Yeah.
Um, and then you've got BYU. BYU's a one-loss team. They just beat up on somebody today. So you've got some good teams on the cusp. And oh my God, interception in the end zone, first play. Oklahoma picks it off in the end zone. Well, never mind. I take it back, LSU. Um, but no, this college football playoff race is really um, looking good. It's gonna be, and this weekend is the only weekend that's gonna matter because
Yeah.
it's all about who's gonna get into these conference championship games and then who can sneak away with another win to help their cause. Um, because you have like I said, Texas Tech, they haven't played anybody this year.
No, they have not.
Like the only good team that they played and they beat was BYU. And I don't think
Dang,
BYU's
really?
all that great either. Yeah.
Nah.
But that's like the only ranked team that they played, but they beat them. But um yeah, Texas Tech I want to say is like Indiana from last year. Like a good team beating up on teams, but they didn't, when you don't play anybody, it's tough.
No, absolutely. But I
Um
think with Indiana
so
going
but
into
Indiana's
this year,
way
with
better this
this
year.
year,
Yeah, way
you
better.
know, beating, at the time of Illinois, who was ranked number 9,
Yep. And
they
they
beat them,
piss stomped on them.
dog, like
They shit on them.
63-10, dog. So
Shit
you
on them.
have you have that. Then you beat number
Now,
3 Oregon at the time.
Illinois was a fraud as well,
No,
but
100%. But you beat
but you
frauds.
you
That's how
beat
you beat
them.
them.
You beat
That's how
it.
you beat them. And then with
Yes.
number 3 Oregon at the time,
Yeah.
30-20.
Yeah.
Um,
Which
looks
Oregon
like
is still number 7 right now.
yep.
Oregon is still a really good football team.
And then with them doing all kinds of stuff this year that they haven't done in the past, they've never won at Penn State. They
Yep.
won this year.
Yep.
It was sloppy. It was last minute, but it is a win is a win.
A win's a win
Um,
against
Michigan
a good
State.
football team.
Michigan State actually went in that one favored to win 38-13. It was a mess up. It was a mess up on FanDuel. They had them at the.
Yeah. It
They had
was, yeah,
Indiana
that's
as a
wild.
plus. Yeah, dude, people won mad money.
I'm
Um,
sure.
but then you got Maryland, another like Big Ten, like a rival along with UCLA,
Yeah.
56-6 and then 55-10.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you and then Purdue 56-3. I
Yeah.
dog. So it's like you're playing. You still have your Old Dominion. You still got your Kennesaw State, Indiana State. Now, my thing as an Indiana Hoosiers fan, swap Kennesaw State for a Clemson.
Yeah, but you're not going to get
Swap in
that.
Indiana
Okay, so
State
a
for
lot of
for
people say
somebody
that. A
for
lot of people say that, but the problem is that you're also you're also getting these smaller schools exposure and they're getting money to help their program, help feed their program.
a hundred
Because
percent.
that is the shitty thing. Because who was the fucking coach? One of the college coaches just fucking threw shade at the SEC. Um, Fuck, who was it? I forgot who it was, but
Oh,
some
I
big
know what you're
college coach.
talking about. Yeah,
uh, he was like, "Oh, well, we played this team. We're not out there playing chat. We're not in the SEC playing Chattanooga State." It's
yeah,
like, yeah, I get that. At the end of the season,
a hundred percent.
they're setting their schedule, but
But
look at who the SEC has to play every year.
yeah,
They have to play the whole SEC. Like, The SEC is
That's my
fucking
thing though.
loaded.
Is take one game and swap it with somebody.
Yeah,
Like not
if
so
you're
much
Indiana, you
like.
shouldn't be playing that many bad teams.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's because you got
Yeah,
well,
even
dude,
though you're
like
beating up on
Kennesaw
them.
State,
Yeah,
Indiana State. Okay, that's a good rivalry one, Indiana State, I guess. But you beat them 73-0 this year. Maybe
yeah,
tried to
it's
skip a
yeah.
year.
That's not a rivalry.
You got Maryland, who's conference, so
Yeah, conference.
Wisconsin
Yeah,
conference.
yeah.
And I get the end of the year. The end of the year, there's not much you can do with UCLA, Maryland, Penn State, Wisconsin.
Well, those are all conference games.
Exactly. So it's like,
So there's nothing you can do
dude,
about that.
I'm just saying.
But
Swap
Kennesaw
one
State,
for like a
Indiana
top
State, and
ACC,
fucking yeah,
or
no, you
play
shouldn't be
Notre
doing that.
Dame. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Slap Notre Dame on there.
yeah,
Get a good
yeah,
Indiana title out of there.
yeah,
And
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
just swap one of those games though. Like
Play
that's
a bad
where
SEC team. Throw in Mississippi State.
yeah,
Throw in a bad
throw in
SEC team.
nah, fuck that. Throw in Bama, dude.
Well, I mean,
Slap Bama.
I,
I'm just
I
saying,
mean,
look at the
well,
if
yeah.
Indiana can start
Next year,
out,
yes. Next year, you
yeah,
should. Next year
absolutely.
is Indiana, you should.
No,
But I'm saying
100%.
like after last year, I would have tried to talk and get like a Mississippi State, like a team that is not going to be very good, but they're in the SEC, so they're SEC material,
100%.
and see how you do against an SEC
Didn't
team.
they just beat Ole Miss?
No.
No?
Who?
What?
Oh, Mississippi State?
Yeah.
No, Ole Miss won that game.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Yeah.
I
It was a
was
close one.
okay, yeah, no, it was I think I caught it on a turnover. Yeah. Yeah, I caught it on a turnover when it was 20 what was it? 24-16 or some shit like that. And I caught it
Yeah.
on a turnover and then there was a huge ass fight or
Yeah.
something. Like it was a whole benches brawl and everything. It was good stuff. Oh man. But yeah, no, great football all around. This is such a great time.
Yep.
We got
Yes,
great
it is.
football all around. But no, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We got 9 views. We had about 4 or 5 concurrent viewers, so that's pretty good. Appreciate the chat. Yeah, guys, we're trying to put more out there, but just if you come across the channel, shoot a sub, hit the bell, so that way you get notified when we go live. And yeah, man, just shoot a comment. I believe you can comment on the videos themselves, and then once again, we look at them. We'll look through them and we'll kind of adjust fire as needed on whatever you
Yeah,
guys say.
let us know what you guys want us to talk about. If you
Yeah.
want us to touch base on something,
If you want us to
and
start, if you want us to
anything.
look at some hockey fantasy leagues or whatever the heck, yeah, I'll throw
Yep.
it. We'll throw in a we'll throw in a fantasy league or a fantasy hockey team together, and we'll see what we can do, I guess, and then just go off of that. But just let us know. Honestly, that's just the biggest thing. I'm sorry, dude. I'm exhausted.
You're good, man. No
This
worries. I got
Turkish
shit
hit
I
me
got to do
so damn
anyways.
hard.
Yeah, no
Um,
worries.
But no, guys, thank you so much. We really appreciate you. We
Yeah.
hope you had a fantastic weekend, or week and weekend. And we will catch you guys next Tuesday, Wednesday.
Later,
Appreciate
guys.
you, Bubba's.